Hey guys, Joe Tunney here at Infiniti of Kirkland in Kirkland, Washington, just outside of Seattle, taking a look at the restyled for 2012 Honda Civic. This one's an EX model, and if you've ever looked at Civics over the years and you try and find an inexpensive one, 5, 6, 7 years old, 100,000 miles or even more than that, you realize that the prices on those used ones are so high, it makes you wonder why everybody doesn't buy them new. The cost of ownership of a Civic is probably in the real world about as low as any vehicle that you'll ever come to own. Why? Because they're extremely well built and inexpensive at the retail point, but then when you go to sell it yourself, when you're done with it, the secondary market for these cars is so unbelievably strong that the difference between what you buy it for and what you sell it for is like nothing compared to anything else out on the market. So when we get a 2012 like this with only 11,000 miles and it's loaded, well, this is worth its weight in gold because this is an incredibly difficult car to find, and then again, it represents one of the true values in the automobile industry. Let's take a look around this particular vehicle. It's in first-class, brand new type condition, and it is an EX, so you do get the 16-inch alloy wheels. And then one nice feature that you get on the EX that you don't get on the lesser models, believe it or not, is four-wheel disc brakes. They all have anti-lock brakes, but the lesser models come with drum brakes in the rear, and there are very few cars that are still even offered with drum brakes, but the Civic is one of them. So an EX, just for that alone, is kind of a nice feature. This particular car, like all EXs, has an electronic glass moonroof and an automatic transmission, 140 horsepower and 5-speed automatic transmission. This one also has navigation and leather interior. This was added after the fact. An EX-L technically is an EX with leather that would also come with heated seats, since these were installed after the fact. No heated seats, but it is a distinctive color combination. Actually, it's a very striking color combination. It's one of the nicer looking Civics I've ever seen. Now, in the Civic, you think, well, I don't want a Civic because it's awfully small. Well, it's actually generously spaced in the front, and then I have the driver's seat back where it's comfortable for me, and I'm 6 feet tall. If I jump into the back of this car, is it a Lincoln Town car? No, but am I totally comfortable and relaxed? Gobs of headroom, gobs of legroom? Yeah, this car is actually much more spacious than you might think. Let's take a look at the trunk. Again, it's an EX, so you also get the folding rear seat. So a spacious trunk for a tiny car. I mean, the Civic, again, it's a subcompact car, but it's actually super roomy in the trunk as well as super roomy inside. And so you say, well, where's the sacrifice? I mean, maybe it's really flimsy or something. You can't make a small car really spacious. It must have tough crash test credentials or something like that. No, it actually scores a perfect 5 out of 5, both in the front and in the side. It's at the top of the safest vehicles in the entire category. And then again, 140 horsepower. It's not super fast, but it's not slow either, and it averages over 30 miles per gallon combined. That's city and highway driving. Again, super nice. This is a really neat car. Passenger side looks fantastic. Let's jump inside and turn it on. So you get lots of gauges. That's one of the things about the Civic. I don't know if I'm a fan of it or if it's a little bit over the top, but I think it would grow on me over time. You have your tachometer, which is down here, and then your gear indicator and all your lights that tell you if doors are open, trunks are open, that sort of thing. Then up top, you have a secondary gauge assembly that gives you a digital readout of your speedometer and then your instant fuel economy, as well as how much gas is left in your fuel tank. Then you have an information center over here. So you have a third distinctive zone where information can be gained. And so alongside this gauge assembly is the information center. And then you also have the navigation system. And your stereo controls are all right here. And then above and beyond that, you have your HVAC, your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning all around here. So you go, wow, you got so much going on. I mean, this is really a busy layout. I don't know, it's actually pretty cool. And on a car like this with a lot of little technological gizmos, normally I would be concerned. You know, I'm worried that this is just stuff that's going to break, but if there's one company in the world that's earned a reputation for stuff not breaking, it is definitely Honda. They make some of the best built small cars ever made in the entire history of the automobile industry. And again, that's why the resale value is so particularly strong for Honda, particularly as a brand. This car, 11,000 miles, it's in brand new, fabulous condition. It's loaded with extras, nav, moonroof leather, you name it. And again, it's in brand new, perfect condition. If you have any questions about this car or anything here at Infiniti of Kirkland, please don't hesitate to give me a call. My name's Joe Tunney. I'm the sales manager here at Infiniti of Kirkland. Reach me anytime, 425-821-1600, or just drop me an email at joet@infinitiofkirkland.com.